Finally, I can talk about the Baylor Bears doing something good. If you're looking for perspective on this game from the outside, if you are a fan of another Big 12 team and you're wondering, oh, why do I have to sit here and listen to Baylor men's basketball? You do for 1 second, just humor me. This team is more legit than I expected. I had them picked fifth in my Big 12 preseason poll. I thought it would take them a long time to figure things out. It took them 32 minutes to figure things out, and then all of a sudden, they were a world-beating basketball team. I'll say, for Baylor fans, you now feel what Kansas has felt for decades. Football being so terrible, that first taste of basketball, that first basketball win, you just think, I'm back. Sports are back. I'm a fan again. That's where Baylor fans sit right now. Watching this game, Jacoby Walter is not just the best freshman in the Big 12, but very well, this is not hyperbolic. This is not me blowing hot air up your skirt. He could very well be the best freshman in America. He scored 28 points, which is the most points from a Big 12 player in their debut since 2007. I think 2023 Baylor men's basketball could beat 2023 Baylor football. And then Yves Missi, the big kid who reclassified, with a slam of a lifetime to put Baylor up late in this game and ultimately give the Bears an 88-82 win over the Auburn Tigers. Couple of notes that I have here. Jonathan Tchamwa is a name that you probably remember as a Big 12 fan. You've seen him play. He's been around the league for a long time. Langston Love is a guy who's kind of floated around for a couple of years at Baylor and somebody that you could well know, his third year in the program. For those two guys, I'm sad and I'm sorry. They couldn't keep up. There's a reason that Yves Missi was in the game late. He was gassed for sure. You could tell that he'd gone a lot. Josh Ojianwuna got a lot of great playing time for Baylor as well. Jonathan Tchamwa, Everyday John, Langston Love have lost a step. Now, Langston Love was clutch with a three-pointer late for Baylor, but when I was building a preview for the Bears team, I thought those two guys were going to be, starters that brought the juice, the for the Bears, and they could bring you what they once did or what they were supposed to. For Langston Love, he could have been a one and done had he not gotten injured in a scrimmage before his freshman season a couple of years ago. Since then, he hasn't been exactly at a starting Big 12 level, a la the case last night. For Jonathan Tchamwa, God bless him. I can't blame him. Has lost a step after a gruesome career-altering injury. Both those guys bring a lot of solid work to the Baylor men's basketball program, but they're not going to be the catalysts that ultimately win you a basketball game. Instead, it's going to be guys like Jacoby Walter, who stepped up to be one of the best freshmen, who could be one of the best freshmen in college basketball. A guy like Ray J. Dennis, who didn't get as much playing time in the second half, but when he did, was nails. You saw him in the first half turn the ball over 7 times. In the second half, he calmed it down. He slowed it down. It felt like the pace of the game was moving too quickly for the Baylor Bears. And you got smart. You got Jacoby Walter into the paint. And not only that, you got him into the paint, get him to the free throw line. He was 10 for 10 from the free throw line. Not only that, you got him outside, 4 for 7 from 3. He is, somebody tweeted it out, Royden Ogletree is a just Baylor legend, tweeted it out and said, he is what Keontae George was supposed to be. And that's, 100%. It didn't feel like volume shooting. When Jacoby Walter took a shot, it was a smart shot. He used his 34 minutes in a very positive way. Those 28 points, again, being the most by a Big 12 newcomer since 2007. Double-digit points for Yves Missi in 18 minutes. He put up 10, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. That could have been a little better. 2 blocks, 2 steals. Defensively was great. 10 steals as a team for Baylor. 3 of them from Jaden Nunn, who didn't give you a huge offensive output, but was so good defensively. Ray J. Dennis, another guy that picked up a couple of steals and felt like settled into the game in the second half. And limited minutes might have helped them down the stretch as well. You didn't see a lot of D'Antoine Grimes or Miro Little, but that displays the depth of what Baylor has. When Caleb Lohner was out there, only got to play 12 minutes. He didn't stink. I'll give him that. Former BYU player Caleb Lohner plays very hard, maybe a little bit too hard, a little too fast. Josh Ojianwuna giving you fairly good 5 rebounds in his 16 minutes. And in total, the most impressive part with this is that the Bears, which, by the way, Jonathan Tchamwa, 1 rebound, no points, and only 7 minutes of play. Again, lost a step after injury. For Langston Love, did get to play 20 minutes, 3 for 9, fine. 2 for 4 from deep, fine. Overall, didn't look like he could run the team. The most impressive part then with those two guys who were supposed to be staples not being what you expected necessarily from a fan perspective, at least, the most impressive part is coming back from being down by 9 points in the second half, being down by 5 inside of 4 minutes to go at a neutral site against Bruce Pearl led team. And while Auburn unraveled, while Auburn fell apart, you came up big. And really the apex of this, Baylor has the biggest win of the Big 12 basketball season so far. Baylor has the marquee game, the first ESPN basketball game of 2023. They have the win of the Big 12 season so far. That's big for a Baylor fan base that's been reeling here lately. The Bears have the ultimate Big 12 basketball victory through the first 48 hours of the season. That was much needed and big to see a young team grow up right in front of your eyes and show that it can be a force in Big 12 play, that it can play legitimate defense, that it can scare opposition. I don't know. And I know the opposing team scoring 80 points. Weird to say legitimate defense, but truly it was stupid offensive turnovers that led to a lot of Auburn points, a lot of Auburn free throws. Overall, the defense was impressive. For a young team to be down like that, who's not played together, to come back and win it, not just play it close, but win it. This is a scary Baylor team. They're going to give a lot of the Big 12 a run for its money because of how wily, aggressive, and overall, this is some ratty basketball. This is some slick gym rat basketball. They play hard. And, gross is the wrong word. Bratty, man. It's just in your grill. Tough. Fun to watch. Turn them on. Watch the highlights. This has been It Always Will Be. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That was a little kiss that I gave you. Always a pleasure to talk Big 12. Let's do our best bets tomorrow. Let's win you some money, right? Happy Wednesday. Have a good one at work. Please do. On me. Have one on me. This has been It Always Will Be. Locked on. Thanks for making it your first listen every single day. Dose Grande.